Hello and welcome to day 61 of the 100 Days Challenge. Today, the first different thing compared with yesterday is the time I'm doing it. I spent the early afternoon working on that after lunch, and now I'm leaving, so I'm recording it earlier. And also, the second difference is that since yesterday we got a new subscriber, so that's good. Not a high speed on getting subscribers, but step by step. Having said that, today I continued working on the initial part of the game where you have to select the levels and everything, and to do so I just created a new scenes. So I have a menu scene that within the menu scenes there are level buttons, and basically within the menu we have a change, and instead of having a one play button we now have the UI, and within the UI we have a top bar with the logo and the filler. This filler is meant that maybe in the future we add the lives or something there on the right, but for now it's just a top bar that is horizontal one. And then under this we have a scroll area or scroll container that has the level canvas. This play button can now actually be removed, and not only this, but the play what is the play script? Maybe under the scripts, yeah. Play button here can be removed, and yeah, there is only the menu. Why it's in the menu? Because yeah, sure. Within the menu, I no longer need the thing, so I'll now let me see what I was. I didn't save, so now if I try to remove the play button, it doesn't say anything, so I'm gonna save again. And what I have is the level canvas, that what it does is basically take a number for now, like 20 levels, then it has the packed scene input as the level button scene that has the level button. It's basically a button that is a square with a label inside and an icon state texture that maybe in the future I can use. For now I'm not using this texture, I am only updating the label and just playing with the button itself. So I have a set of, this is the menu with the top bar here, and then the scroll area that has the level canvas, and within the canvas I'm just playing and generating the levels. So I'm iterating and I'm cleaning everything, I'm iterating on the total levels, and what I do is depending on, because I want to be like kind of in a maze, that the level selection is first on the left, then on the right, then on the right, then on the left. So this way we just change depending on if it's even row or not even row to be on the left and the right. Then we put all the pieces together, we set the state of the button. It's basically if it needs to be logged, current, or completed, and based on that later we just define the different styles in here. Coming back to the canvas, after that we put the point on the center of each of those buttons, and at the very end we just draw. That what it does is draw lines between the different elements that we have in the path points. And we also set a function here that it's apply progress, so that we can somehow store the progress of the player, and based on that set the state to completed, current, or locked. For now we only set the initial part, that it's here if I find it. If it's the first one I set state 1, otherwise I set just as disabled. So we set the current as the first one and the other disabled because are not yet ready. So in the future we will need to, maybe tomorrow, store that progress somehow and apply the progress in the part. Then for each of the levels there is one part that just sets the level number, and this level number sets a value that will later, if I go to the level button, when it's clicked, be sent to the scene to play. So still we use the main scene that we were using before, the play scene, but if we go to the top, it's the main, as you can see here. And then we just make sure that we change the proper value to the scene, then we go to the tree, we remove what it is, and we just put the new one on top. So with that, when we play, we have the splash page. Then instead of having one button, we have here the maze that it has 20 buttons. So you can see here it's like that. I'm missing some margin on the bottom. I'll need to fix that. But yeah, this is the first. So as soon as I click on one, it goes to the page and it takes from 5 seconds to see the maze. And yeah, this didn't change at all. So basically you will see in the console on the background that we reached the exit at some point. To do so, also we have updated the builder itself. So now in the main scene we also added one extra parameter that it's level number, that it's the one that we update. And then in the maze builder, what we do, it's in here on the ready, we take the get pattern level number, and from that we build the level. So with this, instead of sending the whole map itself, we just put a number, and here we read from an array of levels which level we want to take. So here we just created 2 different levels, and this is how it goes. So if for some reason, for example, we want to do, I didn't do that now, but if we wanted to make that the first and the second are actually ready, then we can update the canvas to say that if level number is 1, we will set the 2, and if level number is 2, we will set button set state 1. Basically those set states, it's the ones we show here. So 2 is that we already completed but we don't disable it, and the 1 is that it's the current. So it's not that just I'm playing with just the opposite numbers, it's just that this is completed, this is the current one, opposite. This is completed and this is the current one. So if I replay, then we go to the map, and as you can see here, the first one appears as completed. Those cannot be selected, but yes, they can, the first one. And then if I select on the second, as you may have seen, it's just a similar one, but the position starts already here. So to make sure that it detects different things. So in this case, we already reached the exit sooner. Now what we have to do is several things. We need to first, or I'm not in any specific order, but we need to retrieve the data and store the data whenever we finish. Also, instead of just putting this reach the exit, we need to put some winning thing. We also need to put the timer thing, that both in this situation, when we have these 5 seconds, we explain that there are 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, so explaining them. And then also here a timer that it goes down, and either if it finishes earlier or if it finishes later, it shows a winning or a losing message, and that when you finish, you get redirected to that screen and later to the menu again, or to see how it goes. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress we are making, and let's see if tomorrow I can have some time to work. It's gonna be hard, but yeah, I'll try to find some hours to work on that. If you watch it, thank you, and see you tomorrow.